For 9 centuries, Japanese history was shaped by a peculiar dual power system. The visible head of state and the true wielders of power were not the same. Emperor Go-Toba raised an army, attempting to overthrow the shogunate. But he was decisively defeated and exiled to Oki. This was clear proof that true power resided with the shogun. Yet, despite the shogun's immense power, the emperor's presence never faded. Behind this complex dynamic lay an even more astonishing truth. In this documentary, we will unravel how the balance of power between emperor and shogun evolved, why the shoguns never abolished the emperor, and what this 900-year dual power truly brought to Japan. Now, let us delve into the enigma of this little-known dual power. The main feature will also detail specific episodes from each historical era. In the late Heian period, the warrior class rose to prominence, and Minamoto no Yoritomo established a samurai government in Kamakura. This marked the beginning of 9 centuries of emperors and shoguns. Yoritomo obtained the title of Sei Tai Shogun, or Grand General for subduing the barbarians, from the imperial court. With this, he gained legitimate power to rule the warrior class, making Kamakura the de facto political center of Japan. With the emperor in Kyoto and the shogun in Kamakura, a truly unprecedented dual structure was born. The nation's symbolic leader and its true power holder were now divided between 2 distinct centers. However, discontent simmered within the imperial court. Emperor Go-Toba, in particular, refused to acknowledge samurai rule and meticulously sought an opportunity to overthrow the shogunate. Then, in 1221, Emperor Go-Toba commanded warriors across the country to suppress the shogunate, raising an army. This was the historically renowned Jokyu War or Jokyu disturbance. Despite the retired emperor's fervent call, many warriors sided with the shogunate. The shogunate forces, led by Hojo Yashitoki, utterly crushed the imperial army with overwhelming military might. As a result, retired Emperor Go-Toba was exiled to Oki Island, and 2 other retired emperors were sent to Sado and Tosa. This was an unprecedented situation. 3 retired emperors in exile. The shogunate confiscated imperial court lands and established the Rokuhara Tandai, or Rokuhara Deputy, in Kyoto. This created a system for thoroughly monitoring the imperial court. With these actions, the Kamakura shogunate completely stripped the imperial court of its political power, definitively establishing the shogun as Japan's de facto supreme ruler. The Kamakura shogunate appeared to have completely suppressed the emperor. Yet, why did the shoguns choose not to eliminate the imperial institution? With the fall of the Kamakura shogunate, Emperor Go-Daigo attempted direct imperial rule with the Kenmu Restoration. This, however, provoked fierce resistance from the warrior class. Ashikaga Takauji rebelled against Emperor Go-Daigo and enthroned a rival emperor. This ignited the Nanboku-cho period, or Northern and Southern Courts era, dividing Japan between the Northern Court in Kyoto and the Southern Court in Yoshino. Takauji was appointed Sei Tai Shogun by the Northern Court Emperor and established the Muromachi Shogunate. Just as in the Kamakura period, the shogun now held the true reins of political power. However, the shoguns did not simply suppress the emperor. They skillfully leveraged imperial authority. Through elaborate cultural projects and ceremonies, they enhanced the significance of the imperial court. The Muromachi shogunate actively promoted cultural projects, including the protection of the Ashikaga Gakko and the development of the Gozen Jisetsu temples. Many of these initiatives were carried out under the umbrella of imperial authority. The emperor, though no longer directly wielding political power, continued to serve as a vital symbol, embodying national legitimacy and ancient tradition. This led to a more sophisticated dual structure. The shogun governed the nation through military might and administration, while the emperor reigned through inherent authority and cultural influence. However, following the Unin War, the Muromachi shogunate's power rapidly declined. Kyoto was engulfed in relentless warfare. The imperial court plunged into severe financial hardship, and its authority plummeted dramatically. The emperor faced such destitution that enthronement ceremonies became impossible. During this period, imperial authority seemed to have hit rock bottom. So, why did this seemingly powerless emperor once again become a focal point? During the tumultuous Sengoku period, various daimyo battled fiercely, each vying for national unification. Oda Nobunaga was among these ambitious warlords. After his entry into Kyoto, Nobunaga supported the restoration of the dilapidated imperial palace and offered lavish tributes to the emperor. This was a calculated move to harness imperial authority for his own ends. Proclaiming Tenkafubu, or all Japan under one sword, Nobunaga sought to dismantle the old order while simultaneously integrating the emperor, the nation's supreme authority, into his grand unification project. Following Nobunaga's death, Toyotomi Hideyoshi unified the nation. He appointed himself Kanpaku, or Chief Imperial Advisor, effectively seizing power by monopolizing imperial court ranks. Hideyoshi further legitimized his rule by being granted the title of Daijo Daijin, or Grand Minister, by the emperor. This ensured the imperial court remained as the nominal highest authority. Even after achieving national unification through sheer military force, the emperor's existence remained indispensable to underpin the warlord's authority. The emperor played a crucial role in enhancing the charisma and legitimacy of these national unifiers. Even as successive national unifiers like Nobunaga and Hideyoshi rose and fell, the emperor endured as a potent symbol. Then, Tokugawa Ieyasu ultimately unified the nation. So, how did this intricate dual power system evolve during the Edo period? Tokugawa Ieyasu established comprehensive laws such as the Byukushohado, or laws for the warrior households, and the Kinshu Narabi Kyuj Shohado, or laws for the imperial court and court nobles. The latter, notably, strictly curtailed the activities of the imperial court and its nobles. The emperor's activities were strictly confined to ceremonial rites and academic pursuits, with all political involvement absolutely forbidden. The shogun's control over the imperial court became the most absolute in Japanese history. The Edo shogunate meticulously established a clear division of roles. The shogun wielded effective power, while the emperor served as the nation's nominal head, a potent symbol of authority and tradition. The shogunate provided crucial financial support to the imperial court and ensured the emperor's livelihood. This was also a pragmatic move designed to leverage imperial authority as a fundamental pillar of their own rule. However, as the Edo period drew to a close, the situation dramatically shifted. As the shogunate's authority began to falter, largely due to the arrival of foreign ships, the emperor once again became a focal point of national attention. The ideology of Sano Joy, or Revere the Emperor, Expel the Barbarians, surged, and movements criticizing the shogunate, using imperial authority as their shield, intensified. By elevating the emperor, anti-shogun forces gained crucial legitimacy for their cause. In 1867, Shogun Tokugawa Yoshinobu enacted the Teisei Hoken, or the restoration of imperial rule, formally returning political power to the emperor. With this, the era of samurai governance, which had endured for 9 centuries, finally drew to a close. Following the Meiji Restoration, an emperor-centered state emerged, where the emperor, as head of state, now wielded genuine political power. The long-standing dual power system was finally dissolved. The 900-year reign of dual power had finally concluded. But what enduring legacy did this prolonged and intricate relationship bestow upon Japan? To answer the first question, the balance of power saw shogunal supremacy firmly established from the Kamakura period, escalating to complete control by the Edo shogunate. Regarding the second question, the shoguns expertly utilized the emperor's inherent sacred authority to legitimize their own governance. They understood that abolishing the emperor would simultaneously undermine their own authority. Thus, they ensured his survival as a crucial symbol. And for the third question, this dual power system served to stabilize samurai rule while simultaneously preserving the emperor's deep-rooted traditions and cultural legacy. Indeed, by allowing these two distinct forces, military might and inherent authority, to complement each other, Japanese governance maintained a unique stability for an astonishing 9 centuries. The question of who held greater sway, the emperor or the shogun, perhaps reveals a profound wisdom in Japanese governance that defies simple answers.
History still hides untold stories. Subscribe for more forgotten history.